we're chopping second cut over here at the Thompson farm. We got a lot done yesterday. Markus this morning's actually been hammering the manure before we got chopping, but Alex took over the triaxle because Markus really wanted to drive truck. Around the yard here is not a problem. So he's in the white truck, which normally Philip drives, but Philip's driving manure with a truck right now. To tell you that kid don't got a smile on him would be a lie. He is so excited. But right now, for these couple fields around the yard, he gets to drive the truck. And we're pretty fortunate. Yesterday we used some dump wagon on the other fields because a couple of them are pretty steep. And this field's normally really wet back here, but it's good going with a truck right now. I gotta get out. No good. We took the peat off the fertilizer tanks, but the ratchet straps haven't made it out of the cab yet. Henry's riding shotgun. He's probably telling Christoph how to chop. You see the ruts that were made with a dump wagon here last cut. Just nice when you don't gotta run any dump wagons because you can have people doing other things like spreading right away, and that goes a lot faster. We got Alex running the triaxle. The 74 is right there on the pull behind mower because yesterday, well, the tire blew on the weekend, the back right, while we were trying to do some mowing around the pit. So we got the tire fixed yesterday. The rake has a flat tire, but that's why that's not here, but we could put it back on the rake. Alex hasn't drove that in a long time. She's driving the tank right now. Chopping behind the barn now. We had this pile here. There used to be a bunk there back in the day, and it finally was dry enough this cut to where Bertie was able to mow the tall grass and weeds and get that cleaned up. That ain't gonna go in the bunk, but get it cleaned up. We got all the junk bales. What was feedable I fed, and what we couldn't we ground up and put in the mold pot in the field as mold. Got Bordeaux's here right now delivering some cornmeal, and he was actually nice enough to make it so we can still get by with the trucks, otherwise we gotta go around. So we got this bunk that filled full from first cut, and because we don't go run dump wagon, we got two people spreading manure at the same time. So they're filling the second bunk there. You got a little bit of grass in this third one that will be corn, but that's just grass that we've chopped around the bunks that's only getting fed to these heifers here. That way, that ain't milking cow feed, but it's old as heck. This is the first time cut all year, last week. A lot of volume, but nothing we want to feed to quality-wise to the milking cows. We're dumping. Yeah, fill up in the black Western Star. Once we head over to, no, we got one more field right down here, right across my house, which will only need the 2 trucks. And then after that, we will need Philip to drive his truck. And I'll run the trailer that you guys saw earlier in the video. So we do have some dry cows in here too. Last cut we chopped these fields with only dump wagons and we just drove to the bunk with the wagons. Also got, I think it's 8 or 10 dry cows out right now. I don't think I'll actually have to fill up anything in this field. I think they'll fit it all in Markus. Is that all gonna fit in Markus?
Yeah, I'll just chop this junky stuff, fill it up with you so you can stop in the profile.
Jump this in the mold. Might come and hit it with the Pro Till once we're done second cut here and seed it back down smooth, because it is got a lot of ruts in it. Well, we're doing the last close field, and after we got to go up and around, and then I guess straight over there you can see a green house roof. We'll be going to that field, and that's Bernie Thompson. And we'll do those fields, and then Ferdy's actually mowing flurries right now, which I did do a video when we were chopping that saying that we plan to bring that to this farm this cut, because we calculated it wrong last year on the amount of feed that we had to bring here with the fields that we chopped. So we're hoping that helps it this year with not having to truck feed over. Alex is driving now because we gotta go down the road a little bit. But this is 28 days old since last cutting. Normally we do it every 4 weeks, which is only 2 more days. 2, 3, depending how you look at it, a month. But we wouldn't be able to get it all done on this farm before the rain's coming, so now it'll be all done right on perfect timing, and we're making no ruts, no dump wagons needed, and it's good quality. We didn't get any manure out on these fields last cut just because the rain, and priority was just getting first cut off, but we're on it this cut. Being able to run no dump wagons, that frees up 2 people at least. So we got 2 people spreading. We did actually have to pull everyone off of spreading right now because we got some chores to do, but that's fine. Got Markus behind me with a dump wagon. We're going over there because we're short a driver now. We're actually going to let Ava drive a dump wagon just to give a little bit more, give her something to be able to drive, and it'll make it us a little faster, but not really too much because you could chop it with trucks if you wanted.
Yes, I'm heading for Bernie.
So Philip stopped spreading, he's driving a truck. Well, today's been another shitty day on chopper and head braking, but we got it going. We had some bolts snap on the head.
My rake's broken.
He broke the rake, need a PTO U-joint, but he's so far ahead with us breaking down that
I'm not so far ahead.
well, we're not going to get to what you raked.
I'm not that far ahead.
He's not that far ahead. I wanted to say he was, but I don't know when it broke. When did you break? Which field?
The first 2 fields.
Oh boy, he's not that. I lied. He's not that far ahead. But we're still not going to get to what he did anyways today because of the chopper braking. The dryer's done.
Good.
Yeah. So Marcus is gonna be pushing. We're gonna keep rolling. Philip's been hauling the poop. Philip thought he had to drive truck, but
Don't worry, there's no more dust in the driveway.
Philip taking care of the dust.
He is.
Look at that, he spilled some. Go lick it up, Taylor.
It's gonna grow good.
There's gonna be good yields on this sand here.
Alrighty. Well, the shopper's headed. We better get to her.
I'm in no rush. He'll be back broken before I can get there. So.
He'll got more rocks in me.
Yeah, some magical way there was rocks in the windrow.
No ruts around.
I want to blame this guy.
Not near any driveway.
It was this guy's fault.
It was my fault.
Pushed
Blame
11
the guy in
pushed 11 knives back. So we're gonna run Alex's truck now. You know, if a tire was gonna blow, it could have been on this truck, where this exact part of the hood is already messed up. It's never the one you would care less about if it happened to. So, that's what it is. So I think it's 60, 70 acres. Got here, this whole section, and then down there and that bottom, but I've recorded this before. How's the sunshine?
Well, you're not facing it, it's a lot better.
I was calling you sunshine, but you're not wearing the bright shirt, I guess.
No,
I
I'm not.
didn't think about that.
It's been a while. But you called me sunshine, I kind of forgot.
We're making a lot more progress than an hour ago.
Well, we were making progress an hour ago, it's not on grass.
No, we went 200 feet. I don't even think it was 200 feet.
No,
I was like 100 something. So we have the dump wagon down there because Ava was gonna drive it, so she would be able to drive, and we did not get very far.
No, too many rocks.
Too many rocks. Well, that was just bolts breaking down there. Up here was a pile of rocks.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you broke the bolts on that.
Yep. But it's going good now. Ferdy's running that trailer because we stopped him from mowing, and Gerhard has the rake broken, but that's not a problem.
Now Sam really has sausage fingers.
Better let him go. He needs a truck.
Tell him you want his load.
That's going on the YouTube. Taylor wants Christoph's load. Normally this right here is our dump wagon loading, our sacrifice area for loading dump wagons, just because it's like the one flat, nice, dry spot. There's a groundhog right there.
Where?
Right by the telephone pole, a little brown thing.
Oh, yep. Who's that, a gun? Maybe it's a dog.
No, they have two white dogs.
Oh, okay.
Taylor missed a gear
Why is my pickup here?
because we had the chopper broken and I drove it here, and Christoph,
back.
I drove Christoph's pickup because I brought Christoph back, and he took a different truck to get parts while I took the other truck to do other stuff. Taylor missed a gear there, but we got it on camera. It's all right.
That fucking seat sucks.
So we found the rocks.
I'm gonna say it wasn't me though, because it obviously got merged in. I didn't see them. They were merged inside of a windrow.
But yeah,
That ain't on me.
we're gonna throw those in this hole that will never get raked.
Hey, I didn't rake it. That got merged.
Yeah, but it got pulled over to there.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it was buried under a merged row. I didn't see it.
Well, we're gonna clean this up real quick. At least our problem has been figured out. We're doing the bottom half of the road. Well, for the upper field. Just happy that it's finally dried out for once and you can just go with trucks. We don't even got floaters on this truck this cut. We put them on this truck last cut just so you could turn the truck around easier to take a dump wagon load. It wasn't even to chop into it. Now this cut, it's drying up to where you can go with street tires. Because they were hauling manure up to East Richford this last week, so we put the street tires on because that's a 16-mile drive. And Alex hauled one day up there, and it was just, they were hot, and it wasn't needed because it dried out even more. Plus, she actually gained a whole gear pulling the hill because of taking the floaters off, so she was pretty excited to pull it faster too. Because pulling that hill up there with a full load of manure takes a lot of power. So this line right here is Canada. And I've said that before. But yeah, that's the Canadian cutout border. That's how it is. Highly patrolled by Border Patrol. There's cameras everywhere. They are on it, which is okay. Gotta be. I'm just staying far enough back because... Okay, I guess he's not gonna climb that. Should at least put the locker in. Normally I don't lock all three in, but this part of the hill is really steep. And then I normally just have the inner locked in. Henry's back. Just doing some letting you guys take in the chopping. We know where those rocks came from now, because it's not like this is the first time this year we've even chopped this field, and we've chopped it in the past, but I guess stuff happens. Well, Garrett and me cleaned that up, so it should not happen again. Gotta love the Jake brake on a N14 Cummins red top. Holds amazing and sounds second to none. I've heard them straight pipe, but I think that's too much. Even with mufflers, the Jakes are loud enough. coming down to the bottom section. Remember from last cut's videos, we did all the dump wagon loading right here because the trucks weren't going any lower. That's the wet spot in the field, and he was able to mow it this time.
Because if you can make all this gas cool.
Henry must be getting tired. He's not waving now. I do wish I could zoom in better with this thing. I think I can zoom in a little bit. Tap and hold to adjust digital zoom. Ooh, that's 2x. But it doesn't show any of my fancy trailer lights. I see I got one out though. That's 2x zoom. It's the first time I've ever zoomed on this camera. My GoPro, I think I was able to, but it was kind of a pain in the butt to figure it out. This one, I tap the corner where it says zoom, and then it pulls up the dial. There. Probably end the video. Probably gonna be a shorter one. That's all right. Short video don't hurt every now and then. But I do want to say,
Hey, Jack, meet me at the bottom.
what?
Meet me at the bottom.
Meet him at the bottom. Guess he'll be full with that windrow. But I do gotta say thanks for watching. Till the next one. No such thing as too many lights. This helps if the camera would pick them up.